White heart sparkles salvation, when Amelia learns to live again from the darkness. The first day back, like a stranger. The front door creaked open. Amelia stood there, a small suitcase at her feet. No newspapers. No flashlights. Only Jamie. He said nothing. He just walked towards her, very slowly, as if afraid she would vanish. "I am home," she whispered. Jamie nodded. "I am here." It wasn't a romantic reunion. No hugs. No tears. Just two people who had been through hell, learning how to stand beside each other again. The nights Amelia still cry in silence. Depression didn't disappear just because she left the hospital. There were nights. Amelia woke up at 3 a.m. Her heart pounding. Her chest tightened. She gasped for breath, as if the old darkness was still squeezing her lungs. Jamie woke up to the sound of her breathing. He didn't ask. He didn't offer words of comfort. He simply placed his hand on her back. Gently. Evenly. There. Amelia burst into tears. "I thought I was better," Jamie whispered. "It's okay. Better doesn't mean the pain is gone. Better means the pain is still there, but you're not alone anymore." Amelia learns to speak her fears. One rainy afternoon, Amelia sat opposite Jamie in the living room. She spoke, very slowly. "What I fear most isn't your betrayal." Jamie listened. "I fear that one day, I will fall back into that darkness, and this time there will be no turning back." Jamie held her hand tightly. "Then don't go back alone. Next time, take me with you." She nodded. The tears were no longer tears of despair, but tears of relief. For the first time Amelia dared to look back at the comments that had killed her. She reopened her phone. For the first time since the scandal broke, the old messages were still there. She wasn't good enough. She deserved to be dumped. Weak women. Amelia's chest ached. Jamie was about to close the phone for her. But Amelia shook her head. "No, this time, I want to look it straight in the eye." She read. Trembling. Tears fell. Then she said very softly, "So, I let strangers decide my worth." Jamie replied, "And not anymore." She nodded. For the first time, Amelia deleted all her social media apps. Not to escape, but to choose peace. The day Amelia reopened the piano, a symbol of rebirth. The piano was covered in a thin layer of dust. Amelia hadn't touched it in months. That day, she sat down. Her fingers rested on the keys. Trembling. Hesitant. Jamie stood in the doorway, silently watching. One note rang out. Then another. The sound wasn't perfect, but it was life. Amelia burst into tears as the first melodies began. "I thought I had lost music." Jamie whispered. "No, you just temporarily forgot how to touch it." From that day on, every afternoon, she played. The sad melodies gradually transformed into warmer ones. It was an unnamed therapy. The hardest conversation, Amelia her children. One evening, she called her 3 children together. "I want to talk." The children sat in a row in front of her. Amelia took a deep breath. "There was a time when I was very sad. So sad that I thought I couldn't get up again." She held her eldest daughter's hand. "But I tried, for you." The little girl hugged her tightly. "It's okay to be sad. Just don't disappear." Amelia cried. For the first time, she realized. She wasn't just someone who was saved. She was also the reason others lived on. Jamie, the life of one WHO remained. No one interviewed Jamie during that time. No events. No movie premieres. No public appearances. A reporter once asked, "Are you afraid of losing your fame?" Jamie simply replied, "The fame can come back, but if I lost my wife that day, nothing can bring her back." He learned to cook. He took the children to school. He sat beside Amelia whenever she was down. Not a hero. Just a man who chose to stay. The first time Amelia dared to mention the scandal without rushing. One evening, as they sat on the porch, Amelia said, "Jamie, I don't hate the woman in the photo anymore." He was surprised. "I only hate how I tormented myself over a story that wasn't mine." She looked at him. "And I don't hate you anymore either." Jamie let out a soft sigh, as if he himself had just been saved. The greatest forgiveness, forgiving yourself. During a final therapy session, the doctor asked, "Are you still angry with yourself?" Amelia was silent for a long time. Then she said, "No, I'm tired of regretting it. I was hurt, but I no longer want to punish myself for it." That was the moment Amelia was truly healed. Not because Jamie was innocent, but because she stopped making herself the guilty one. Amelia in her white dress again this morning. A bright, sunny morning. Amelia walked down the stairs, wearing a simple white dress. Jamie stood in the kitchen, stunned. "Have you been wearing this for a while?" She smiled. I think I am ready to go out for a bit. Not to prove anything to the world, but to prove to herself, she's still here." Salvation. Scandal isn't just a crack in a marriage. It's a psychological sentence for a woman who loved too deeply and feared losing too much. Amelia once wanted to disappear. Once didn't want to exist. Once stood on the very thin line between living and letting go. But in the end, she wasn't saved by a man. She was saved by the quiet presence, wordless hugs, the return of music, her children, and self-forgiveness. She was no longer the woman who nearly died because of the scandal. She was a survivor, and she began to truly live.